From Fayetteville, North Carolina, Putt Putt Golf Courses of America proudly presents the Putt Putt Skins Championship Series for the 29th consecutive year, featuring members of the Professional Putters Association in the continuing search to find America's greatest putters. Now to set up the match and to call the play-by-play, here are your hosts, Don Clayton and Billy Packer.
On behalf of the millions of American teenagers who play putt-putt for the fun of it, welcome to Putt Putt Skins.
Aha, that's a welcome that's hard to resist. And for the old folks who enjoy a putting competition, you're welcome as well. On behalf of the 350 putt-putt franchise owners throughout America, Japan, Australia, we're happy you joined us today. And Bill, we have some action.
Well, we do, Don, and of course the great attraction is the change in format this year. And instead of that head-to-head competition, we've got that great skins match type competition where each and every hole proceeds to be a match within itself.
Yes, it is. Matter of fact, there are going to be 18 of them, Bill, and we have an exciting
got
format
some cash
today.
Going for them. I'm going to get over those
cash.
players, Don.
We have the guard here to protect the cash. The players will be competing in 18 individual competitions. It's a skin format. Each hole they play is worth $1,000, a real 1,000 American bucks. In case a hole is tied by any two of the three players, we move the money to the next hole and they're playing for $2,000. The money will continue to grow, possibly as high as $18,000. We'll start for the first 9 holes. There'll be one putt on each hole in order to speed the match up and get it completed within the allotted time. These people that have qualified to play in this tournament have qualified in various competitions throughout the country. They're excited at this moment. They have some thoughts about what this action is going to be all about.
Throughout my career, I've always been known as a deuce player, but tomorrow it'll be no holds barred because in the skins game, aces are the thing that count. I may be making deuces from behind obstacles or in the corners, but my goal is to try to ace every single hole.
When I step on that first tee tomorrow, my only thought is going to be to go for every single hole with as much gusto and as much enthusiasm as I can, unless the two people in front of me bogey, and then I'm going to lay up for the quickest and easiest 2 you can imagine.
What I'm going to do is try and make every hole. I know that's not possible to make every hole, but given the opportunity, if players in front of me do miss, you need to jump on it and knock it in.
3 quality players, and they'll be back for this head-to-head match right after this important message. Okay, thanks an awful lot, and we're really happy to have Roger Moore, the former tournament director, national tournament director. Roger, at one time you handed this young man a club that got him started, so how about a little inauguration here and hand that club again?
Give it to him, wish him all the luck in the world.
Okay, good luck, Alan. Let's tee off. Let's get it going. Thank you, Roger.
We're in a one-putt tournament for 9 holes with $1,000 on each hole. There will be carryovers. If there is not a winner on hole number 1, number 2 will be played for $2,000 and successively. On the tee, Vince Batten, Richmond, Virginia, going for the ace. And nursed it to the edge of the cup, but it would not fall. This is his first TV series. There is some pressure involved for these young men. They're excellent competitors. The pro now is Brice from Houston, Texas, a course owner.
Interesting, Don, that Brice went on a retirement for almost 14 years and has come back with vigor here to go ahead and hit that ace. And here's a guy that should be very familiar to all people who watched TV last year.
Yes,
one of the great players in the whole world.
Alan Quinley from Atlanta, Georgia, has won 3 consecutive TV matches, has never lost on a televised match.
Looks good from here. Oh, a little bit stiff.
And he lips out.
We've got one right off the bat.
Brice Bergeson wins $1,000. And Bill, the secret of why Brice has been absent for a while, for 14 years, he has a son, Brian, 14, a daughter, Dorothy, 9. He's been busy being a daddy. The saddle hole. The cup's located between 2 hills of equal height. Over the first, rocking.
Still got a chance, Don. Still has a chance. Not
Should
enough.
be good.
A lot of wind out here today.
And the wind did hold it out. It would normally have moved into the cup from that position. These greens are lightning fast, the equivalent of a fast burn Bermuda.
Nice stroke. He's got to get
Two
some
swings,
rocket
ball.
motion
One,
here.
two.
Got a chance. I think he's got a chance coming in.
Two.
Nice putt.
Brice talks to the ball, and he has 1,000 in his pocket, smile on his face. Opportunity to have another 1,000 unless Alan Quinley sinks this putt. Alan began his career as a Junior Putters of America national champion in 1978.
I tell you, Alan's really cutting across the ball right now. He's got a chance on 3 rocks.
We move now to hole number 3 for $2,000. They're rather pleased with that. If they can't win it, they want to keep it in action. Vince Batten is 28 years old, 6'3", weighs 220 pounds. He's from Richmond, Virginia.
A little drop-off hole here, Don, and
he was
wasn't even close for Vince. I think that maybe he'll get the swing of things here, being on TV, as you mentioned, for the first time.
He was a bit tentative there, Bill.
Yep. Maryland State champ last year. Brice rocking up on those toes. If he gets enough, it's coming back. Go! Oh, boy, I tell you, everything falling his way right now. 3 straight aces.
This young man has a list of tournaments, Brice Bergson, that he's won some 15 in number. Alan Quinley, regarded in recent years as perhaps the finest putter in America.
A lot of English on Alan's putter.
And he leaves it out, and Brice Bergson now goes to $3,000.
Off and running with those 3 aces, 3 grand, 3 holes.
This is a fun format. It's putt-putts, skins. Alan Quinley is blocking the view.
Goodbye.
Just hit the block on the last way. Vince is another one of those players that got involved in putt-putt tournament golf by watching the TV series.
Come on, back door.
See if anybody can slice this man down. To you, Brice is hot.
When you've made 4 straight, that's perfection personified. Quinley would like to carry this to the next hole, obviously.
It's good. He's got it.
And he does.
He's got it.
Moving to hole number 5 now for $2,000.
Vince slapping Alan in the hand here. Just happy to see a hole move on. Brice was running away with things. Cup set right on the other side of the little knoll. He's got it. That'll take some pressure off there.
See how Brice responds when he has to make the putt.
Well, it's nice to be in that second position because you know somebody's always backing you up. He's got a good stroke. Maybe a little strong. Gets over that hill. He's got it. Let's move on. Okay, that moves us up to a $3,000 hole.
I'm sure Alan has the sensation at this moment that it's time for me to win a bit. This man is so accustomed to winning tournaments. It's just the number of tournaments he's won in the last 7 or 8 years is just surpasses anything any other pro has accomplished. And that's how he did it.
Alan hit that one, but Don, he's showing an awful lot of movement this year compared to last. Alan, good shot. First one to hit in there.
Right.
Brice was off and running. I thought he was going to have an 18-hole streak.
He was, wasn't he?
And Alan has $3,000 unless
Busted
Vince
it.
Batten
Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh.
takes it. No, Vince
Okay,
leaves it alone, and now Brice Bergson has a chance to move the 3 to the next hole or leave it for Alan Quinley.
Brice, a nice guy, but you're not rooting for him here, are you?
I don't think so. No, this Go, ball. Slide.
I don't think he got it. There you go. Nice going.
And
Huh?
Alan Quinley picks up $3,000. And Brice is not too happy about that situation, but we have 2 men who have each won $3,000. But Vince Batten, making his first appearance on television, has not yet tasted the winner's circle. Back with Alan Quinley.
2 pipes, no
On hole
factor.
number 7, $1,000.
He's got that. He's got it. You ever seen anybody use as much body English, Don?
Take that one, man.
Yes, I have. Michael Jordan.
Oh, Vance Randall used to have a bunch of body English.
Come on, baby. Get over.
Oh, he just snuck in the side of the cup. Move on.
We have a carryover, and we go now to hole number 8 for $2,000. This is a one-putt tournament through the first 9 holes, after which time we'll go to conventional putting, where the men take the number of strokes they need with a 3-stroke limit on any hole. Slam shot.
Kick. Kick.
He's asking for a kick, not going to be
Don.
there. It's interesting, Don, everybody using the
Because
3
it is-
bumps on this one, but the only people I've seen make it consistently just go for 2. See how Allen approaches this shot.
Allen has been victorious, as I mentioned earlier, in his 3 previous television appearances, having defeated every person he played.
Eat it, eat it, eat it. Perfect. Allen getting an awful lot of support from the gallery right here. That's a very unusual hand, the way his hands hold the putter.
Perhaps we should explain that some of the comments are not being made by you or I, but these pros are mic'd as well.
One time, front
How about that? A little bit hard. Allen. It's off and running. Number 9, very difficult hole. And
Allen Quinley now has $5,000. Brice Bergeson $3,000, and Vince Batten thus far has been shut out. We're now on very difficult hole number 9, the last of the series that will be played as a 1-stroke hole only.
And Don, most of these fellas in normal head-to-head competition would be thinking about 2 right here, just a layup. But in this format, they go for the ace.
That's not hard enough. Let's just swing over. Come on,
It's
ball.
got a chance. Oh, Brice didn't think he had hit it hard enough, but it was perfect. Right in the center of the cup. We've got some guys making some money here.
I'm sure he feels at this moment that this purse is his, this $1,000, having scored a hole-in-one on a very difficult hole.
You got the speed.
Ooh, there it is. So tough. You know, watching the grip of Allen Quinley, the putter actually never sits in the palm of his hand.
And Brice Bergeson, I'm sure, has placed this $1,000 in his purse. And the only way it can come out if Vince Batten pulls it out with a hole-in-one here and transfers it to the next hole.
It's over the top, and that's going to be Brice's. Very
and he goes
interesting
to
front nine.
$4,000. Allen Quinley, $5,000. Vince Batten shut out. We'll be back after this announcement for an exciting final 9 holes.
I'm here with the executive director of the Convention and Visitors Bureau of the Greater Fayetteville area, Paul Comer. And Paul, we're happy to have you here, and of course very delighted that you fellows are the co-host of this great putt-putt event.
Bill, we're glad to be a part of it. It's a very positive thing. Golf is very big in this part of the country and in this part of the United States, for that matter of fact. And we just appreciate the job that Putt-Putt is doing to bring some national and international recognition to Fayetteville, North Carolina. We're the 4th largest metropolitan area in the Tar Heel State on Interstate 95, midway between New York and Miami. Got better than 4,000 hotel motel rooms, a good place to visit for the day, the night, stay forever if you like. We also have some A1 convention facilities that are opening in midsummer of 1988. So we're glad to get this word out.
You know, you have a lot of people that come through this area and stay with you, as you mentioned, but you have 2 fellows in the golf world that do fairly well when they leave town. How about telling us about those 2 guys?
Chip Beck and Ray Floyd. There's some homegrown products. We're very proud of them. We're also proud of the fact that we're the home of the world's largest military theme park, Fort Bragg. That's a very good neighbor to us, too.
Well, we really appreciate what you've done to help this great event. Let's get back and watch some of these fellows continue to tear up this course.
Half of the prize money is
Brice.
gone, but there's $9,000 that remains. Of the $9,000 gone, Allen Quinley has $5,000, Brice Bergeson $4,000, and goes here for another $1,000. We're no longer playing a 1-putt tournament.
2 little knolls.
Doesn't matter to Brice. This hole will be 1 putt only. He scores a hole-in-one, and the $1,000 is his, unless Allen Quinley can move it along to the next hole. super young putter, 23 years old, single, 6 feet, 165 pounds.
Show me.
Drills the ball in the cup, and we go to hole number 11 for $2,000. And on the tee, the young man who thus far has not pocketed a dollar, Vince Batten, 28, 6'3", 220 pounds from Richmond, Virginia. He's ready to win some money.
Don, I can't help but think at how much Alan looks like Howie Long, the professional football player of the Raiders. He was the national spokesman for Junior PPA, so he's a Junior Putters Association. So,
yes, Alan's an outstanding young man. Made some great contributions to this sport and to his own personal life.
Get in.
Not hard enough. Not,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Came
I
in
thought he had
sideways.
missed the putt, and Vince says, "I want my part of this money," and we're going for $2,000, and it's his unless it's taken away.
Vince, it's nice to get that ace right off the bat, isn't it?
You bet, it sure helps.
And our oldest competitor at the age of 41 from Houston, Texas, Brice Bergson, says,
Well,
let's
every
move it
time you
along.
get something going, they top you.
Let's go to number 12 for $3,000.
Very difficult hole here, number 12. Extreme slope, and it's all touch putt.
Billy, this is one of those breaking putts that just drives a putter crazy. It's so easy to make, but if you just must stroke it perfectly. It's going to break very sharply to the left. Alan Quinley, Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh! Alan jumped right over the flower bed on that one. I almost jumped it a little backfire of the car there. This is not exactly an easy putt for him here. Tough, a side hill lie.
Tough to miss that for $3,000. Because an ace here in all probability
goes right
will win
through
this hole. Very difficult hole. And Alan could win it with a deuce. When the putt passes the cup, it'll go a considerable distance away.
Little hard. Yep. That's going to
And
go
as you
away.
say, Vince Batten has a difficult deuce.
Well, I'm looking forward to this in this respect, Don. If Vince were to miss this, it really puts Brice in a tactical situation. It's tough. He doesn't want to lose the hole.
Oh, he does.
So he's
I'll
got
get this one out of the way.
Yeah.
They're playing mind games with each other out there. This just is a difficult competition because it all happens within approximately 20 minutes of actual competition.
Slow down.
He's
Slow
going for
down,
the
right?
going for the ace, and he
Oh.
made it. Boy, I'll tell you, he has it. Brice has a firm putting stroke.
Holes 13 and 14 became carryovers when they were tied, with 2 par 2s at 13, 2 aces at 14, leaving the skin money board showing that Brice Bergson has $7,000. Alan Quinley has $5,000, and Vince Batten has yet to pick up a skin, but there's $6,000 remaining to be won. We go now to hole number 15 for $3,000.
Now they start to pile up.
And I'm sure that Vince Batten's beginning to think that this has just not been my day. It's time to get on the scene here.
Don thinking ahead a little bit, though, for Vince. This hole should be aced, and we might start building up some skins here to the point that he could be putting on 18 for a nice payday. So it's not over with.
Oh, not only a nice payday, the leading money winner from this event receives a round-trip airline ticket to Miami to the Putt-Putt National Convention in February.
Be there, baby. Be there.
From American Airlines. Little mistake.
It's on it.
Brice hit it right where he wanted it, and there we moving on. I say we're moving these skins up.
We're going to hole number 16 for $4,000.
We could have our biggest winner on 18.
It's possible.
It's
They could be
possible.
going for 7,000.
Right. Brice is. Look,
This is an exciting gallery. $4,000 on hole number 16.
A little heavy. Yeah, that was a little hard. And Ed, you going to mark that, or you going to let him put it out? Put it out? Okay. Not an easy putt. He's got it. I think an ace is going to win this hole, or at least tie.
This is a hole these men would expect routinely to make.
Exactly.
They're surprised when they do not.
And Vince is batting cleanup.
Though it is not an easy hole, these men are just particularly gifted. Of the millions who play this game, these are just among the finest in America.
Allen doesn't have it.
One time.
Oh, he got a break. I'll tell you, rub of the green there. That was out to the right. Alan, you get a lot of breaks.
Alan Quinlan has $4,000 in his pocket unless Vince Batten takes it away. Vince has yet to scratch. He wants to move this $4,000 on to the next hole.
He's right at it. He's right at it. Yes,
oh, yes, and we go up to hole number 17 with $5,000. And
Brice,
Alan Quinlan said, why'd you do that to me?
Very glad. He's my partner. Yeah, Brice is right. Vince was his partner on that hole. It's got to move over. It didn't move for him.
Brice knew when he hit it. When you tell it to swing, that means do something I didn't do to you. And the ball does not hear very well. And he takes a 3, which is the maximum that's allowed under this format.
Don, I still think number 18 could be very interesting.
Well, we're at $5,000 now, so it can only get 1,000 more interesting.
I'll tell you, he got a break.
Alan Quinlan can wind up with $10,000 in his pocket as a total for the last hour if Vince does not sink this putt. Same situation existed on the last hole. And this young man has been shut out. He desperately would like to keep this money in play and take it to hole number 18.
He said that's where he wanted it. Oh, it goes
he
around.
Did not do it.
And
Alan Quinlan moves to $10,000. And I'm sure Vince has to be very, very disappointed at this moment. 17 of the 18,000 has been awarded. There's $1,000 remaining on hole 18.
Alan, every time poor Vince gets a chance, you're putting that pressure on him.
Tell you what, I'm getting some good breaks, but I don't think I'm hitting them too good myself.
Good luck. You can see Brice got a little roll that time.
Brice Ferguson, Houston, Texas, scores a hole-in-one on what could be the final hole. $1,000 in the final hole of Putt-Putt Skins.
They didn't get enough.
It belongs at this time to Brice Ferguson unless Vince Batten takes it away. And this young man has to be extremely disappointed. He has not yet scratched the money table. If he misses this putt.
It's pretty good. It looks pretty good. He didn't make it.
He did not.
Tell you, Brice did it.
The $1,000 goes to Brice Ferguson, who concludes the day at $8,000. Alan Quinlan at $10,000, and Vince Batten, unfortunately, was not his day. He drew a 0.
Well, a terrific match out here, Don, and we've had a major money winner without any question, and we'll be giving away those American Airlines tickets as well. So a nice combination win. Okay, thank you, fans, and Alan. Don and I want to congratulate you on a tremendous match. First thing, of course, you won is the American Airlines trip for 2 down to Miami for the National Convention. All of you fellas put on a tremendous show. We're going to divide up this cash. And, Don, if it's all right with you, I thought I'd just throw it back here to the gallery. They deserve some...
It's all right with them. What
do you think? No. Okay, we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We'll divide up this loot and come back and see us again soon. It's been a lot of fun.
The Professional Putters Association was assisted in their travel arrangements by American Airlines.